sure if I was actually recording there for a minute. Now, I was talking about our weather here in Central Florida. If you're not familiar with it, quite possibly you didn't know that this is normal, and we have been in that familiar pattern of frequent thunderstorms in the afternoon. This happens through April and May often, and then pretty much all through the summer. Sometimes they don't start. They may begin sort of late, but once our summer rains begin, it's a regular thing. And I'm over it personally, and it's certainly the rain is not our friend today. Mother Nature has not smiled on us. But there are, again, my estimate, there are around 200 to 300 hardy souls who really want to go on record as saying that the president's policy, which he sort of repudiated and then didn't, but the president's policy about separating families in order to kind of make a statement and intimidate people, particularly asylum seekers, to intimidate them from coming here and requesting asylum. They're protesting that policy. They're saying they don't agree with that policy, and it's a protest. Now, as you probably know, this is incredibly unpopular everywhere. Some of the president's supporters seem to think it's no big deal. I believe it was Laura Ingraham who said it's like sending kids to summer camp. The despicable comment, about what you'd expect from Ms. Ingraham. But outside of some support from the diehard dead enders who practically worship their president, aside from that, this family separation policy, also called zero tolerance, has been incredibly unpopular, and there are demonstrations happening all over the country. I would say that the crowd has grown since I passed by about 10 minutes ago, and as you can see, there are people over here. Also, this is a commercial, one of our large commercial buildings here in Orlando, and there are some folks there. It looks like they are the protesters maybe who did not bring an umbrella. They're pretty dry under that overhang. Most everybody who is here and participating in the protest today, most all of them from what I see, do have umbrellas. Maybe there's this kind of Darwin-esque thing going on that survival of the fittest. They at least get to participate because they had the forethought to bring umbrellas. And I think there are a whole lot of supporters who were not as well prepared and not quite as fit to survive this process. And with no umbrella, they're not here at the at Ground Zero, where the protest is taking place. If you're not a local, that semi-ugly kind of statue is, we call it the big asparagus. It's a nice arty piece. All right, now here's the best look we have at the protesters. There we are, and a good turnout. I would be with them, but I had to make a choice essentially to either film, to be able to use my electronic gear. I was ready to do still pictures and video, so I had to choose either between doing that or actually standing among my fellows who hate the president's policy. And I chose to keep my gear dry. If anything happened to my gear, I certainly don't have the financial means to replace it, so I opted to do that rather than participate directly in the protests. Well, this has been it's been a good way for me to at least feel like I was sort of participating in it, maybe even in a secondary way. I would like to be there and really take part and also chronicle it up close. Didn't have a chance to do that. By the way, when I panned the camera around, you basically saw the hardy souls who wanted to attract the attention of the folks who drove by or walked by. I don't think there were too many who were walking by, but that was their strategy. What you didn't see was the bulk of the protesters who were huddled together under umbrellas right near the entrance to City Hall. Well, this is Bulldog Ben Basili, signing off. A memorable protest today, Saturday, the 30th of June. And hope you enjoyed the video, or maybe learned something. I hope it was a good experience for you. I have some regret that I didn't stand there with them, but at least I got a little bit of video. All right, keep resisting.